Hi, this is Jason Donnelly with GearWire.com, and I am at Winter NAMM 08. I'm standing here at the Akai booth, and what's your name, sir?
I'm Johnny Severin.
Johnny Seven. So, Johnny, what are we looking at here?
You're looking at the absolute best MPC we've ever made. This is our new flagship MPC. Some of the best features that we have on it of any MPC is the fact that we have incorporated a complete customizable synth inside this unit. It's the first MPC to ever have that. Up until now, people use their own gear and stuff, and now you have this option. Some of the features that we've added, we've expanded our Q-Link section. Now we have a bunch more faders than we used to have before. Double. We've expanded it so we have hard drive recording now. So conceivably somebody could plug in a microphone, do their drum beat, add their bass and synth parts, burn the CD, and never touch a computer.
Oh, nice.
So it's kind of an all-in-one box solution for a lot of the people out there trying to capture that market.
What's the CDR, or is this like a DV?
It's a burner, yeah. It's a CD burner.
Is it standard CDR, or is it
Oh,
DVD?
it could do DVD also.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
It's an expandable option that you purchase at a later time.
Okay.
It's an expandable unit. The RAM's expandable, hard drive, all that. Hard drive's 80 gigabytes. Uses standard hard drives, so you can go to Best Buy if you want, buy a bigger one, stick it in there.
That's cool.
RAM comes with 64 megs, expandable up to 192. And well, let me show you some of it.
Okay.
This is some of the beats we came with it, but one of the coolest little features we have right now, our master compressor for our master section now has an old school setting, which if you turn it on, it sounds more like the MPC60s and 3000s of back in the day that people like. Earlier hip hop sounding, yeah.
So is it kind of like an EQing thing? Right?
It's an EQ, but it's also like a bit reduction from 24/16 down to 12. Back and forth. We now have 4 spec slots. Used to have 2. Every other MPC until this point I had 2. Now we have 4. Each effect slot itself has 2 effects on it.
Oh, nice.
So you have 8 effects in total. You can take those effects buses and chain them all together. So you can have one long string of 8 effects on affecting a sound if you want.
Or you can have them all independent, right?
You can make them independent completely too if you want.
Okay.
If you're doing it independent, the max you can get is 4.
Okay.
Because they're tied together 2 per channel, 4 buses.
Nice.
Let's see, what else we got? The hard disk recording option here. You can add 8 tracks of hard disk recording to any of your beats, which is linear, going along with your track. So you don't have to worry about trying to find it, assign it to a track and all that. It's just kind of done automatically. You can add effects to those tracks. You can process them a little bit. Some of the other features we have now are 2 microphone inputs that are combo jacks with Neutrix, full 8-at output, 8 channels of 8-at. We've got the phono in with an actual phono preamp on it. It's not just an RCA input. USB connection. You hook that USB connection up. Your hard drives and your compact flash cards show up as drives on your computer. So you can drag and drop sample content back and forth however you want. You don't have to mess with trying to always load it here.
There's a lot of MIDI on that too.
There's a lot of MIDI on it. We have 4 MIDI outs, 2 MIDI ins.
Nice.
So you can use plenty of outboard gear if you're still doing that, or you can slave it to a computer with time code and sync them up.
Cool.
Speaking of computers, when you do have it connected by MIDI, these all can be controllers for general MIDI. In other words, live and all those. You can use these for faders or filter cutoffs or whatever you want.
Do all the knobs and faders here send that?
Yes, CC, exactly.
Okay.
They all can be assigned to whatever you want.
Okay.
This 3, which is a cool, easy thing to do when you're implementing it with a computer. Yeah. It's kind of a little bit of the control surface in there also. We implemented a new feature called Psychoplay. Up until now, you've always been able to assign 4 samples per pad, but they would always play back simultaneously.
Nice.
So you do a little layering.
Yep.
Now you can tell it you want it to do 1, 2, 3, 4 every time you hit it.
Oh, no kidding.
So you get this kind of a feature on it.
Yeah.
And what that's good for is if you have several of those little tiny grooves on these pads, you can play with a live group that they weren't necessarily playing with a click track or something.
Yeah.
Now you can play with them and stay with them and jam with them up and down.
That's great.
There's also a random setting, which it'll randomly choose one no matter what you do, what you hit.
Oh, no kidding. Cool.
And what that's good for is if you will, a little bit of realism to your parts, like maybe you have a hi-hat, but you have 4 different versions of it that are slightly different.
Yeah.
So every time you hit that hi-hat, you get a little bit of a different flair on it.
Oh, nice.
adding to the human realism of the parts.
I like that. How about does it load RX2 files, recycle files? Does it do anything special?
We have that kind of functionality. We don't call it that, but we have it. It's called a patch phrase, and I actually have one right here on this pad. What that is it's a drum loop that was sampled in, and we tell it to make it a patch phrase. And what that does is it goes through and detects all the drum beats, puts in little markers, keeps it as a loop, so you're not having to deal with trying to find all these separate samples.
Okay.
After it's a patch phrase, you can just assign just that one loop as a file to whatever pad you want.
Oh, wow. Oh, cool.
And so what happens
Slices
is
it up.
it keeps the slices
Okay.
as you go down in tempo. You can go all the way down to 30 and it still sounds the same because it's not actually stretching the individual hits.
Yep.
It's just increasing the space between them. All the way up to like 300. You know, all the way up here.
Nice. Yep.
So now your loops don't have to always sound crappy because you're compressing and expanding them. You can keep the quality of them. It's not going to be shipping until second quarter. 9 o'clock on Thursday morning was the first time anybody even knew this existed. So it's literally brand new. We're just showing it right now. It's not out yet.
You're getting a lot more this time around.
We've done what we could to try to streamline it, bring the cost down, and make sure it stays in the hands of users. You know, we didn't want to come with a $6,000 MPC.
Oh, very cool, John. I appreciate your time, and Akai MPC5000. Looking forward to one of these. I might get one of these myself. It's Jason Donnelly with GearWire.com.